Was the worst year for a lot of us for our mental as well as physical health. So joining us this morning is best-selling author, coach, and fitness expert Lisa Goldenthal.
Hello and welcome. I'm Lisa G, your host. You're at the top of your game, yet the game is changing faster than ever. Strategies that got you here aren't the ones that'll keep you here. The pressure is relentless, and the fear of obsolescence looms large. That's why I'm here. Welcome to the new podcast series, Disrupted: How to Be Gritty and Unlock Performance. This is your chance where I sit down with today's tops in business, mindset, wellness, and success to help you master disruption and thrive.
Thanks for coming, and I'll see you soon.
Unleash unbreakable accountability and hack your goals now. Are you ready to take massive action and achieve unprecedented success? Join me and discover the power of accountability to shatter limitations and propel you to new heights. So secure your spot today. We are going live with the Accountability and Success Summit. I'm going to pop some links in here later, and I'm going to bring on Carol, and we're going to talk about the importance of why accountability, why you need it now, and why this year is not over yet. We are here to crush it. So, hey everyone, it's Lisa G, your high performance executive coach, coming at you live with a game-changing show. I'm live from Kennewick, Washington, back from New York. So drop a comment. How's your summer going so far? Are you here live or on the replay? We're diving into something absolutely crucial for anyone serious about success: accountability. So if you're ready to take massive action and crush your goals this year, this is for you. Let's get into it. This year is not over. Drop a me if you're in. First off, let's talk about personal accountability. Listen, you already know that success doesn't come from hoping and wishing. It comes from taking ownership of your life and your goals. So here's how you do it. Write this down. Number one, you already know this, but do it now. Set specific goals. No more vague dreams. Get clear and specific about what that you want, why you want it, why now. Number two, make a plan. Break it down into actionable steps. Deadlines are your friends here. And number three, track progress. Regular check-ins with yourself. Measure, adjust, repeat. Remember, what gets measured gets done. And number four, reflect and reward. Celebrate those wins. It's about progress, not perfection. Now, let's kick it up a notch. Having a coach is like having a high-powered engine driving you forward. This isn't just about keeping you on track. It's about transforming your results. And here's exactly what a coach brings to the table. Number one, objective perspective. They see what you can't. They'll call you out and lift you up. Number two, consistent check-ins, regular, relentless check-ins to keep that fire burning with unbreakable accountability. And number three, strategic guidance. They're not just coaches, they're strategists. They'll help you navigate every obstacle. And number four, motivation and support. Think of them as your personal success partner. They're there through the highs and lows. Leaders, listen up. Your time is your most precious resource. Distractions, they're everywhere. An accountability partner keeps you laser focused on what really matters, ensuring that you hit those big, bold, audacious goals you've set. So here's what you need to do right now. Number one, write down those goals. We're more than halfway through the year. Do it now. Keep them front and center. Schedule regular check-ins, no excuses, celebrate every win, learn from every setback, and get yourself a coach who won't let you settle for anything less than extraordinary. All top leaders and athletes have coaches, and you should too. This year is more than halfway over, and now is the time to join the Accountability and Success Summit to crush 2024. Don't wait, make the rest of the year count. Thanks for tuning in today, and I have a very special guest coming on right now. Remember, I'll leave you with this. Accountability isn't just a tool. It's your secret weapon to achieving greatness. Stay committed, stay focused, and keep pushing those boundaries. Now let's bring on our expert.
Lisa.
Carol. Hey, welcome. I'm going to briefly introduce you. Carol's journey, shaped by faith and experience as one of 11 siblings, has led her on a life dedicated to supporting and inspiring others through her professional endeavors and personal passions. She builds authentic connections with teams, clients, and fellow entrepreneurs. I can speak to that personally. Join her community for transformative personal development and real meaningful relationships. Connect with her through Conversations with Carol, one of 11 productions and Third Floor Studio, and discover the joy of lifting others up while enriching your own life. You matter here. Welcome to the podcast, Carol.
Oh my goodness. First of all, thank you so much for having me, Lisa. You are really so much more, which is pretty cool. You're already this high performance executive coach. You're a coach on so many levels, personal, professional, and financial. And it's a complete pleasure to be here and to have started to get to know you.
Wow.
I mean, what a treat. And that music, so much fun. Hello, everyone. Thank you for
I want you to just welcome. I really enjoyed getting to know you through this event, and I want you to just tell us a little bit more about yourself. Do you have an impact story where accountability coaching was a game changer for someone's success?
Okay, the answer to that is yes. Accountability starts with brutal honesty. And so I can remember the day, and it was approximately, I don't have the date, I should write that date down, but 22 years ago. I had been very fortunate in business, real estate, and banking, a lot of conventional businesses, although it was through entrepreneurship and on my own. That's more of a conventional path.
Right.
I was married to a wonderful man, 2 incredible children, and in the midst of everything wonderful, all of a sudden, and we'll back that up to about 35 years ago, our marriage did not survive. And I have learned a lot from that. I remarried, now married 29 years to a wonderful man, Jeff. And it's just wonderful. But about 7 years into our marriage, this is my second marriage, I recognized a lot of the similarities that had shown up before. And I took a step back, which is often the very first step in our next steps forward. Take a step back. And I realized that the common denominator was moi.
Yeah.
So, although kind of a sting and a disappointing moment, it was a very freeing moment. And probably it's, one of the most important moments in my life. And I realized that I needed to be the change that I so desperately wanted. I needed to, on every level.
Right.
And it was a beautiful, freeing moment. So that is when I started this journey. And I realized, oh my goodness, I've grown up number 6 of 11 children. I'm so fortunate. We had the most incredible parents and my beautiful, imperfectly perfect family, of my nuclear family at that time. I realized I took a look back. I had always been a little bit, I think they'd say, maybe I was the decision maker or bossy or whatever the words are. Some are attractive and some are not. And I
Right.
realized that had continued on. And again, I was more worried about what others were doing than what I was doing.
Right.
And that, for our audience and for all of us, we can influence what others do, but we can actually choose and do exactly what we know we should do. You had said something earlier. You said so many wonderful things
Thank
in
you.
your opening, and I appreciate what you do so much. And I think that first you said, it's right now. Get clear on your goals. Everyone that I have had the complete pleasure to work with since that time in every area of my life, whether it's personal development, we have a construction company and different companies and all the things, and that's great. However, since the brutal honesty, the brutal honest moment that I had in my life, I've realized that number one, the greatest strength and the greatest leadership that we can show is asking for help. That
Right.
is not something that people love to do. And I think once you realize, like you said, we all have coaches. We need mentors. We need to have connection and conversation with people that understand our past. And now they've been where we've been and now they are where we want to go.
Right.
That's a constantly evolving path for all of us as long as we're on this earth. And that is so much fun, especially I'm on the backside. I call it the beautiful backside, whatever the numbers are to being here. And as you said, so let's get clear. As Lisa has shared with all of us, we need to get clear with our goals. Very clear, personally, professionally, and financially. The more specific, the better the chances. When we go on a trip, we don't just say, okay, yeah, I'd love to go on a trip. Shoot, I'd love to go to 4 countries. At some point, you have to plan. You have to have an itinerary. It's exactly what you're talking about. We can do this right now. 2024, like you said, we're still there. There is a lot of 2024 left, and we can get clear. Those that I've had the fortunate, not just individually, but in team building. Let's get clear. Who's going to do what? Why do you want to do that? When do you want to be complete by? And why is that date important? Then you reverse engineer that and figure out how to get that done.
Right.
Exactly what you said. And another thing you said, okay, then celebrate the steps. So huge. So many people think, oh my goodness, well, I want to go here and I'm here. And they think about the gap. One
Right.
of my many coaches, and she's wonderful. She's part of the summit. Amazing. Carla. She introduced me, and one of her coaches had introduced her to gap versus gain. Well, if
Right.
we're
The
thinking,
book, right? The gap versus.
yes, yes. And I've read it. I don't know that it's the most exciting read, but it makes sense. If we're
Right.
focusing on what we haven't done, there's so much weight on what we have done. Every single step, celebrate. And another great tip that you, of course, shared You told everyone, you said, now measure. Let's measure what you're doing. And
Right.
they brought to mind key performance indicators.
Indeed.
Many people, just KPI. Well, I think that people don't think about the difference. There are leading key performance indicators and there are lagging.
Right.
We can only control the leading, and that is fall in love with our process. Fall in love and measure what you're doing, meaning, am I taking exactly what you said? Am I in massive action doing what I can control? The lagging indicators will come, but we're not in control of those. And then we have a measure. I tell you, Lisa, your energy and your direction and your wisdom and sharing from the heart and plus making it fun, it's a beautiful gift to those that work with you. And this synergy and this, there are many common denominators throughout our group
Right.
in this summit, and I am just so thrilled. So that's a very long way to say yes, yes, and yes. From the moment I figured it out, brutal honesty, took ownership, gave myself and everyone else forgiveness. I was free to move forward and do everything that I love, everything that I was holding myself back.
Yeah.
I hope that answers the
Oh
question.
my gosh, that was so amazing. I really want to commend you for talking about the extreme ownership and the extreme vulnerability that you shared with our audience, because it's really through that others can relate to you and connect with you. And there's so many things that we've talked about this before where I feel the common denominator, it's when you hit that rock bottom and you realize you're the common denominator. I have been there. I know what it's like. And why do people need to join this event now? What are some of the struggles you see people struggle with that are leaders in accountability? And why do they need to join right now to end this year with a bang?
Okay, what a great question. There are so many answers, but I'm going to touch on a few. I'll start with personally. If you are not where you want to be, if you are just personally during the day in and day out, do you wake up and are you excited about your day? Are you excited to get to the end of the day and feel in integrity with yourself? And you get in bed and you're just like, oh, wow, I did so much today. I had such a full day. I don't mean busy, and busy can be part of it, taking care of the errands or whatever, that it certainly can be part of it. Taking care of those errands that you have carried over every day for the past 10 days or months, getting it done, making a call, reaching out to a family member that maybe you think about often. I will tell you all, if someone crosses your mind, send them a text. Thinking
Right.
about you. Hope everything's okay. Doesn't have to be involved. Give them a call. We hadn't talked in a long time. I mean, these speakers, they encourage us to take the high road personally, and to feel good, to take a walk around the block. Let's say you don't feel good physically, but it's just, oh gosh, I can't work out for an hour. Lisa's a great example to talk to us about this. Just walk around the block.
Right.
Outside, one walk around the block to the corner. Celebrate that. Personally, are you going shopping to avoid cleaning out a drawer? I mean, there's so many reasons. You cannot believe what the speakers here will share with you and the difference those seemingly small things that literally they create and make or put weight upon your day at the end of the day. Let's say a young lady that just sent an email. She is a very successful CPA. So I'm going to move into professionally. She's doing well, y'all. She's very successful, but it's not what she wants to just do.
Right.
She's ready to create and expand her business. Oh my goodness. If any of that rings true to you, jump in the summit, listen to these amazing speakers because they are giving the tools. They're giving you, you can go in and take surveys. You can figure out where you are and whatever is blocking you from taking that next step. Like, do I really want to? Is it worth it? Am I smart enough? Do I have enough time? Is it going to cost a lot of money? Get in this summit. And then financially, if there is anything, I'm going to give you 2 examples. We have people joining that they do not need any more money. They just don't. However, their relationship with money, how to, some of them feel like people are friendly with them because they want something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, what's so funny about that, if you think about that statement, let's pretend I'm that person.
Right.
That would have me judging someone else before I've even spoken to them.
Yeah.
I mean, they could just be good, beautiful people that want to go to lunch. And then on the other extreme, we have people that have more month than they do money.
Right.
And that group, my goodness gracious, set yourself free. Get in here, take these assessments, realize, sure, is it going to take a sacrifice? Maybe you don't buy a beautiful new bag or a pair of shoes for a couple of months. It doesn't mean you're not going to buy them.
Right.
It just means let's get organized first. There are so many reasons. And plus, to join a community, this is a community of like-minded, I'm going to call them mentors, but like-minded people that want to make a positive impact.
Right.
If you are a person that wants to make a positive impact, get in here to meet this beautiful community of speakers because it's going to grow. The relationships are going to grow. The conversations, get in the conversation. Let your voice be heard. Your story matters. Your wants and your needs are important. And you might be hanging around thinking, well, I'm the only one that feels this way. No, no, no. That none of us have a terminal uniqueness.
Right.
We're not being brutally honest. And we're just saying, oh, no, this isn't about me. It's 100% about you. Accountability is 100% about every single solitary one of us. So get in here. There are a million other reasons, but we only have so much time, I think.
Well, Carol Patrizi, thank you so much for being a fabulous guest. You guys heard it from Carol. She's hosting this amazing free online event, Accountability and Success Summit. I hope to see you there. I'm going live with my interview tomorrow. So thanks, Carol.
By the way, it's wonderful.
Thank you. Thanks again for being a great guest.
Thank you for having me.